All right, hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 4 stream. My name is Adam. I am the community manager of Franchise Hockey. Not with me currently is FHM producer Jeff, who may have finally succumbed to sleep after being up for probably 36 hours at this point, or something very close to it. Regardless, we are back with our 2018-2019 Vegas Golden Knights campaign. In front of you on your screen right now, you can see the moves we made in the offseason after the draft. We ended up with the first overall pick. We drafted Rasmus Dahlin, and he won't come over, so we don't have him this year. So to counter that fact, we said, all right, let's go sign some free agents, and we brought in John Carlson, we brought in Rick Nash, and we brought in Cam Atkinson. But was that enough? No. We brought in Pavel Datsyuk, FHM 3 Detroit Red Wings stream star Sergei Mozikin, and then we re-signed Zach Werenski for another 3 years, and we also brought in a couple more goalies because we needed some goalies in here to help. So we brought in Tristan Jarry and Eric Comrie. Looking at our depth just before I got the stream kind of started, I realized, maybe we need another defenseman, so I re-signed Ryan Pulak. And then I happened to notice that Matthias Emil Peterson was available in free agency, so I snuck in and grabbed him because he's an 18-year-old rookie and he needs somewhere to play. He's a 1-star current ability and 3-star potential, so he could turn into something for us eventually. Right now, taking a look at our lines, you can see we have Kevin DeHaan and John Carlson, Zach Werenski, Sami Vatanen, Shea Theodore, Matt Dumba. Pretty solid 3 pairs of D-line. And we have Mozikin, Tavares, Boddicker, Bobby Ryan, Pavel Datsyuk, Brian Rust, Rick Nash, Eric Hulla, Cam Atkinson, Cody Eakin, Alan Tuck, and Braden Point playing on our 4th line. A very nice 1-2-3-4 punch. No Jaeger retired. And when we did our Vegas redraft, we actually didn't even have the cap room for him, so he was not part of the plans. More importantly, we are also playing Fire Wagon hockey, which means we like scoring goals. We adopted it fairly late in the year. I think it was in January or so. We're up to full 5 stars, and we have never switched off the 1-3-1 defensive tactic, and so hopefully that starts paying off. Hopefully, again, with the addition of Rick Nash and Pavel Datsyuk, our power play will turn around. Along with Mozikin, we kind of have some trigger guys now. And there's a chance we probably should be a heck of a lot better on the power play than we were. So, we have a game versus Carolina here. We're going to just kind of sim through this game and see how things go. Cal Picard's still our number 1 goalie. And sim through, and we lose on 4-3. Game-winning goal scored by Teuvo Teravainen. 27 shots on goal. We were down 2-0. Scored 3 goals to make it close. So who scored for us? We got Pavel Datsyuk, John Tavares, and Bobby Ryan. Basically, our number 1 line came through for us. Taking a quick look at total ice times. Lowest time was Cody Eakin at 7:21. Braden Point was 8:32. So not great, but not bad. Tough loss. But we continue and press on. Player needs to be signed numbers. Of course they do. So salary cap reminder. The cap is going to go to $75 million. So let's double check and make sure we're fine. Ryan Pulak wants number 6. Nobody else has it, but Pulak's likely going to be down in the minors unless he's sticking around as our 7th defenseman, which could happen. Because it is the preseason, with training camps, we now have the ability in FHM4 for you to have as many players as you want, which you can probably see at the bottom of the corner of your screen here. So currently I have 25 players on my roster, whereas we used to only have, so you could have 23 and you could just call guys up and down. Nicholas Haig, ooh. 1.5 star defenseman. You know what, I'm gonna send him down because I want him playing. 6'7". There's not a roster spot for him right now. And we are just under the cap, but that's fine. With a couple extra guys. So let's send Haig down to the minors. Oh, Pellich is getting paid a heck of a lot. Wonder if we can shop him, so the shop player feature here. And see if somebody wants to talk about an offer. Toronto is willing to give 23-year-olds center winger Trevor Moore, not bad, 5'9", and a 7th round pick. Right wing, right defenseman, interesting. Holy cow, he had 362 penalty minutes last season. That is a lot. Blake Petelier? Something like that. 7th round pick, Clark Bishop. Francois Perrin. Interesting. Gabriel Dumont. Sam Carrick. I kind of wouldn't mind a defenseman back. So I think I'm going to take this Columbus deal and get Doyle Somberly, since he's 6'5", 24 years old, same age, and he's probably on a much nicer contract, I'm going to guess. Yeah, salary $70,000, so yeah, we will make that trade with Columbus. And so I pick up another 7th round pick. And this way I can... Okay, he's already in the minor leagues, perfect. So now we're down to 1. We also have Cody Glass and Nick Suzuki, but it's not looking like we're going to have room for them on our roster. Ratcast, can you turn the... Okay. Ratcast, can you turn cap off force trades still? You can still force trades using commissioner mode. You cannot turn the cap off in regular play. Zibrian 123 says, who did you get from Nashville? Pollock was actually on waivers and we grabbed him last year. Nobody signed him, so we just brought him back. And yeah, Calvin Pickard was traded to Vegas. We actually didn't take Marc-Andre Fleury. We brought in Cam Ward. He didn't really play a lot, and we actually just let him go, but he was retired. He retired at the end of the year anyways. So playing this game again. Playing against Winnipeg. And simmed out. And we lose despite only giving up 17 I guess we don't know how many shots here. Let's take a look. We scored 2 goals. Wow, we got beat bad. 23 shots total, so we did poor goalie. Guys who we want to score are scoring, though, so that's good. But what is going on? Brian Russ got hurt. And so we'll just have to watch that. Hand contusion day to day. Alright. Ratcast. Is there a way to coax a player out of retirement? Currently, there is not a way to coax a player out of retirement. It's something we've definitely looked at, and I keep bugging Jeff about. It hasn't happened yet. It's something, long-term goal. I'm going to say that it's likely something we wouldn't mind putting in, but it's going to take some work. Regardless, a player like Jaeger should stay longer because he is programmed to have that length of time built in, or that time built in, where he's used to playing. Where he's used to playing to an older age, like him or Gordie Howe, for instance. And there's other factors in there, like if they still have a contract versus an expiring contract, those can make a difference. So, development report. The AHL team has kicked off, so we can see some guys have started making a step, and that's good. Keegan Kozer looks like he might be a player in not too long. And just watching in case anyone. Oh, that's right, we did get Freddie Gauthier. Alright, just taking a look at our upcoming free agents. Malcolm Subban is coming up, but I'm not sure we're going to sign him. Kind of playing that by ear right now, too. Shea Theodore I like, but he's really got to step it up. Because this is not acceptable, him still being 1.5 stars. And other than that, okay, we'll kind of see how it goes. If you have turned in, we are going to be giving away a couple of Franchise Hockey Manager 4 keys in the stream. There will be trivia questions you have to answer. If you've tuned into our afternoon one, you will have a chance on that, so make sure you are paying attention. I will try and give you a chance here. So, okay, so Brian Russ is out. He is playing second line, so we're going to give one of the young guys a chance. Who's better at right wing? Not Cody Nick Suzuki. Both are 12 overall on right wing. We're going to give Glass the first shot at it. So what we're going to do then is use the other new feature, replace player with. And so we're going to use Cody Glass. Comes in the lineup, and he's automatically inserted everywhere where Brian Russ was. So playing this game versus Montreal, simmed out, and we win in overtime. 4-3 win. Alright. Again, something you like to see. Ratcast in the chat says, if I ever play long enough, would I ever run into the Fallout 4 timeline? Probably not, since we have nothing to do with that particular series, but I guess you could set one up in your own fictional world however you'd like. Okay, so John Tavares comes through scoring some goals. Awesome. Eric Hall comes through. Great. Love it. And Max Pacioretty had 3 assists in the losing cause. KC needs hockey. Tavares is money for you. Yes, he was a great pickup. I mean, we had to give up a lot to get him. We gave up 3 second round picks, but totally worth it. How did I forgot to look? How did Cody Glass do? Okay. Actually, what I want to do is go here. Go to stats summary, preseason. So Cody Glass in one game was a +1, playing 1738 on the game rating of 47. Ouch, that is not very good, Cody Glass. Oh, darn it, I was going to switch goalies, so I'm going to play the game here just to switch goalies. Return to game, and I'm just going to sim to the end of the game. And we win 4-3 in overtime. Awesome. So we get outshot, but we're getting goals, which is super important. Our power play is still just rated awful. I wonder what's going on with that. Casey Needs Hockey says, so is this season you ran through multiple years of FHM? Well, we started off redrafting Vegas, and we simmed through one season, and so now it's kind of how just kind of been taking it one by one, seeing how it goes. We finished with 68 points in our first season. Yes, Dave Izzo says this is the start of the second season. So game versus Anaheim, you know, Jerry played so good in the last one, he's going to get this start. Send the game, and we win, and he shuts out Anaheim 4-0. Awesome. 40 shots on net, so we're pounding the puck from everywhere. Very good. Goals coming from everyone. But what I think that means what we're going to do is we're going to send Cody Glass down very shortly. Yeah. So we're going to take Cody Glass. We're going to replace him with Suzuki. And Glass is going to get sent down and assigned to Portland. Playing the game versus Toronto here. Oh, good, our backup goalie caught fire. And unfortunately, we lost to Toronto. Oh, that's unfortunate. We only got 19 shots on net. That is also very disappointing. Alright, as we continue here. Brian Rust is almost ready to get back, but we're going to keep him out till he's healthy. We don't really need him getting hurt. Because he is a fairly valuable player for us. And we can see another development report here has started because Victor Rask goes to New Jersey for Will Butcher. Interesting. And Reed Duke has gone up a little bit. Again, playing for Quad City. Not bad at all. 67 points. As Quad City gets underway. Game versus Arizona, again simming through, and we win finally. Alright. 5-1 win. Tavares scores again. Ozek and Werenski. Boddicker, Tavares, Carlson. Love it. Short-handed goals at that. Granted, Arizona was one of the teams that was worse than us last year, but we'll take wins wherever we can get them. And losses in the preseason don't matter too much to me, just from what history has told me with Fire Wagon hockey. This might be the final time we play this Vegas save. We might go another one. Because it was started on a fairly old beta build now, there is some occasional issues have popped up with it, so and they still might pop up because it's on this beta build. And lots of these things have been fixed. So if we start next Wednesday when we usually stream, although I might stream tomorrow, no promises yet, if there is something come up, that might be why. But I've invested so much in this game, I'm interested to see how we do throughout the season. Alright. Players need to go through waivers. And we don't have anyone shown, which I think again was an issue with this save. Alright, and also Brian Rush should be ready, so I'm going to send Nick Suzuki down. We made it through the preseason without any major injuries, so there's not a lot of reason to stunt his development by having him sit on the bench. Alright, so Suzuki is going to be replaced with Rust. And Suzuki is going to be sent down to the Owen Sound Attack, who I'm sure will be happy to have him back. And now we can see several players from us have been waived. And we'll take a quick look at waivers in case there's somebody who jumps out and kind of be like, okay, I guess we should maybe grab them. And we picked up Vili Polka in, I believe, the expansion draft, but at 1.5 stars, he just needs to keep getting better before we worry too much about him. Wow, Brady Skeggy is on waivers, 2.5 star defenseman. Interesting. As is Jonathan Bernier. 81 games, Anders Bork. 22 years old, 2.5 star ability, 2.5 star potential. We're only scaled to him B, so he could be a little bit less. What's his contract look like? 70,000. Check his history. Okay, so late round pick. We kind of need somebody as a backup forward, and he might not be a bad pick. We have the room for a few more cap guys. Alright, we're going to put a waiver claim in on Andres Brock. See what happens. And hope we don't lose anybody as well. Alright, this is the 10-minute warning. Approximately 10 minutes, I will give away a copy of FHM4 if you can answer my trivia question. So let's see. Season preview. Winnipeg is expected to be good, as well as Pittsburgh and St. Louis. Nothing really outstanding there, and we're not mentioned, so that's not really that shocking. Buffalo and Detroit make a trade. Cody Franzen ends up in Detroit. Interesting. Alright. Okay, so we did get Anders Bjork. 2.5 star guy, 2.5 star. I'm okay with that. He kinda... He wants number 9. Well, he's not getting number 9. He can have number... no, not 11. He can have number... 75. And he's okay with that. Good. It's good not to fight it. Okay, so he's got $925,000 cap hit. That's not bad. And we're still $4 million away. Which, there's nothing wrong with that. It was a good thing to clear out that defenseman. And that gave us a lot of cap room. Alright. So we kicked the season off versus New Jersey. Matt Hunwick and Anthony DeAngelo are on waivers. Anthony DeAngelo has just not been able to step his game up, apparently. He didn't play that bad, though. 62 games, had 19 points, 39 penalty minutes. That's not terrible. Stats from last year. But I don't think we're going to worry about picking him up. We have enough prospects now. First game versus New Jersey. All our guys are cold because of course they are. Simming the game out, and we lose our opener 3-2. Because of course we did. Rick Nash and Bobby Ryan get our first 2 goals, assisted by Brian Rust on both, and Matt Dumba and John Carlson. And Mikhail Boddicker gets hurt. Oh man, and John Carlson gets hurt. What is going on? Alright, Bjork, you're getting in there. So, replace with... It's a rough first game. Yes, I know someone is injured. We're just going to let it go here. Russ Dyer says, how do you set the depth chart roster? I keep clicking on them, but nothing is happening. Is that a bug? Russ Dyer, you don't set the depth chart. The depth chart tells you what your top prospects are, or the top ranked guys. The game knows from the ratings where you think they should be. Brian Elliott gets moved to Edmonton for a 3rd round pick. All right. So if we look at our depth chart here, you can see my top 2 goalies, then my goalies who are in the minor leagues, and then prospects still. Green are guys who are currently playing for your top team. Blue are minor leagues. Red are usually unsigned guys who are still, prospects. And you can see the list of your full prospects here as well, and telling you where they're playing. The depth chart is there more for your knowledge rather than for something you to play with. And typically there's not usually anything incorrect about it. Oh, wait. When you say depth chart, do you mean like these lines? Are you talking? And again, I know that's not helping because you're behind, but I'm assuming, do you mean your actual lines here? And I'll wait I'm just going to replace Carlson as I get your answer. Okay, so yeah, not depth chart. You don't need to click them, Rustar. If you want to set them, you need to grab the guy and drag and put him in. So for instance, okay, for instance, and I'll show you here. I'm going to clear all my lines. So say I want to put a guy in. I'm going to set my goalies. I just take Calvin Pickard, I click and drag him, and I put him there. Jerry, click and drag and put him there. Rowinski, click and drag, put him there. Dahan, and so on. And you can put all your guys wherever you want. And so it's click and drag. Typically, I just use the AI to set up. And then, depending on what strategy I'm playing, kind of reassemble what I want the lines to look like. And times. This is more my focus to make sure there's nothing major going on. Everything here looks pretty much the way I want it. Sometimes I take an occasional look to see what the power play penalty kill looks like. But for the most part, I find the AI works. Hey, and glad it is that easy. Oh, good. We sent Nick Suzuki down, and he has 5 points in his first game back. All right, good for him. And Phil Khrushchev is playing well. 13 points in 6 games. Awesome. Game versus Arizona. We're going to give this game to Jerry. Oh, and we lose again. Wow, 5-1. Exact same we lost to them, and we just got destroyed on shots. Okay. Glad that helps you out, Rusty. That's what we want. Alright, it has been 10 minutes, I believe. Nope, not quite 10 minutes. Okay. Just double checking. 2 more minutes. Andrew McDonald and his big contract are on waivers. And Mike Weber gets picked up. Nice. Two losses into the season. Not a great way to start a season. And 7-0 Pittsburgh win. Oh, that is a stomping, much like in real life. And the Sabres grabbed Andrew McDonald. Good for them. And Philip Khrushchev, who was, I believe, our second-round pick, continues to light it up. Yes, he was our top second-round pick. The Swiss Russian. Siberian 123. He's ready for the trivia. All right. If you tuned into this afternoon's, you will know that the trivia Jeff was pulling out was not exactly something easy. It's okay to guess. Don't spam the chat, please. If you're spamming it, I'm not going to give it to you, and I'll just come up with another question. If you give answers every once in a while, that's fine. And we can see... All right, 1 minute away. And the Jets claimed Eddie Larson. All right, game versus Edmonton. Come on. Oh, we lost again. 4-3. Man, we cannot buy a win. Calvin DeHaan scores. John Tavares, Cam Atkinson. Man, we are better than this. What is going on? Cuter, the answer will not be spam. All right, here's your trivia question for a copy of Franchise Hockey Manager 4. This is for a Steam copy. As you may or may not know, I am a Winnipeg Jets fan. I have been for a very long time. The Winnipeg Jets old arena, the Winnipeg Arena, was known for two unique features. Tell me one of them. And if you can tell me one of them, I will send you a Steam code for FHM4. Well, I didn't want trivia that is too easy to get. You can easily Google. But both of these things are fairly well known, the two things I am thinking of. And then game versus Ottawa here. First guess is ... from Gouda Creative. Second guess is size. Size might have something to do with it. Oh man, we lose again. But it's not specific enough. If oh, Save Us D2J says a portrait. Yes, that is close enough. I will give you that is good enough to win a copy of Franchise Hockey Manager 4. The correct answer I was looking for was a portrait of the Queen, which was massive and hung at one end of the arena and is well known from basically across Canada and even in the States. Oh man, just still can't. We have lost 5 straight games. We just can't buy a win. Yes, it was a giant picture of the Queen. The other answer I would have accepted was, and this one's a little bit more tough to get, is the arena itself was actually built onto multiple times. And no, the image itself is not back. It was actually in Winnipeg for a short time. It was actually outside. The thing is literally would take up probably two sections of the MTS Center as it now sits. But it was a massive picture that hung. The other thing was they kind of built the arena on piecemeal, and I don't know that a puck ever hit it. It was up pretty high, but the one end of the arena, which is the answer I was looking for, was basically added on later. And to get to the top, to walk up to the top, imagine if you had three decks of you had 3 decks of seating, so like a 100, 200, 300 level seating, but it was all one section. And rather than there being several entrances, there was one entrance at the bottom. So if you sat all the way at the top, you literally had to walk all the way up. And so to walk all the way up to the top was something like 150 steps, maybe, probably something pretty close to it. It was very unique. And not a great spot to be if you, say, had a broken leg. Game versus Toronto, and we play and we lose again. We just can't buy a win. So Save Us to DJ. You should have a code in your Whisper. I just sent you. And Keaton Ellerby. Oh, Keaton Ellerby's back in Winnipeg. Good for him. All right. Man, we cannot buy. But yeah, if you want to see, if Google pictures of that old arena. And you can see it. In fact, NHL History Girl on Twitter just posted a picture a couple days ago of what it looked like. And it was very, very, very high. Oh man, we are so going to get fired. Alright, I am going to turn back on cannot be fired again, because I don't want that to happen. We put together a pretty good team. We just cannot win a game yet. Yes, I will give away another Franchise Hockey Manager code in, I don't know, a little bit. All right, great night for Brendan Leipzig. 3 goals and 1 assist. Awesome. Gets him on the point board after being held off for the first 5 games. Man, Boddicker being hurt and Carlson being hurt must be really not good for us. All right, let's play out a game here, see what happens. Or at least part of a game. Why is our power play still so bad? Alright, Cam Atkinson gives us a 1-0 lead. 9 seconds left in the first period. looking at the end of 2. And Picard got beat. Hayden Fleury scores, ties it up 1-1, 9:31 left. Mozikin buries a goal, take a 2-1 lead. Alright, and we win 2-1. Awesome. And we get our first win of the season, finally, over Carolina, who went to the Stanley Cup final. Serbian 1-2-3. Yeah, sound. Yes, sound is in the game now when you play. And there is not the ability to shut it off or turn the volume down a little bit, so it can get fairly loud. We are working on a solution to likely turn down the volume some, and that should come in a later update. And Ricky, yeah, we could get fired, but luckily we have the option to kind of turn that ability off on us right now, because we are playing with Commissioner mode on. And sometimes, you got to give yourself a bit of a break. Bite their ass. The sound is built in. It's just didn't realize how loud it was going to be. And I mean, it's easy enough to turn down, but we didn't, again, realize quite what the impact would be until we more or less started streaming FHM4 and then realized, okay, this is actually quite loud. Dave Zizu giving some tips in the chat. And yes, we could do that, but we want to give a better option in the game. Game versus Montreal, I'm going to put Jerry back in. We'll play the game in similar periods. Brian Russ gets his first goal. Awesome. Max Pacioretty. And then Montreal goes 2-1 at the end of 1, despite the fact that we outshot them 25-7. Brian Russ gets to score a second goal. Getting creative, so they should run a sweepstake on who should score the first Vegas goal. And Brian Rust with a hat-trick ties her up. All right, good job, Rust. We're out shooting them 43-10 after 2 periods. Come on, guys. 50 shots on net. And they take the lead. Seriously? Are you kidding me? Galchenyuk scores a second goal of the game. It's 5-3, less than 5 minutes left, despite the fact we have 52 shots on net. Carey Price is killing me. And they score an empty netter just to drill it in. Wow. Wow. That's the only thing I can say. Wow. What else are you going to do? 50-some shots on net, and we still can't catch a break. Okay, seriously. Come on, Carlson. Oh, he's 2 to 3 weeks? Oh, I did not realize he was out that long. Well, then. Alright, if I needed room, I'd put him on the... I guess I might as well anyways. Put him on the injured list. And play this game versus Buffalo. Well, we're going to sim it anyways. Oh. Seriously. We just can't win. For the fatigue, the higher the bar, the more fatigued they are, right? No, I believe it empties. I believe. Although I could be wrong on that. I should double check that. But unfortunately, again, I can't get a hold of Jeff right now. He still might pop on at some point. Dave, shoot me a reminder of that on Twitter and I will get back to you. Boddicker is ready. Okay, so here's a question. Do we go after a goalie? Who could we go after? Should we try to go after Connor Hellebuck? I don't know who else we could go after. Who's leading the league? That's a great question for stats. All right, goalie leaders. Gudu, you're the one who brought up Hellebuck last time, and that's why he's still stuck in my mind. He's also not getting played a lot, which makes me think we might have a chance. So, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and see if I can convince Winnipeg to get rid of Hellebuck. Winnipeg has a weakness on left defense. Well, we're going to start off offering them Calvin Pickard. And this is a well-balanced offer. Okay. Well, if they want a left-handed defenseman, maybe we offer them... we're not offering Calvin DeHaan or Shea Theodore. Not offering Nick Hague either. Blanco, and if I offer them Bischoff, all right. You know, we get a bunch of late round picks this year. We'll throw in a 7th round pick and just make an offer. See what happens. Sim the game, and we lose again. Fantastic. 6-5 loss. We give up 4 goals in the first period and then try to make a comeback. Smart plan, guys. Smart plan. No, we don't have a goalie coach right now. That is also not going to help us. So who is our... Okay, personnel. What do we have left for money? Or finances? Okay, let's go sign a goalie coach then. I think we got enough money to do that. That's kind of a foolish mistake by me. I didn't realize we lost... Alright, Gabriel Boutot. You have one job. You're coming in here to be our goalie coach. Let's see. Good Creative says he didn't perform well with the Wings, though, if I remember. Well, we went to the Stanley Cup final with him and Murray, so we didn't have him that long. Hellebuck, I mean, we're talking about. Ricky says, I like seeing teams make offer sheets in FHM3 consistently in the offseason. Hope there's the same type of behavior in FHM4. There's definitely more than what you see in real life, that's for sure. but I think it's only a matter of time before teams start offering more, especially with the way the collective bargaining agreement's going. Ooh. And Zibian, that one prospect pick you highlighted. Wow, seriously? What's wow, seriously? Darnell knows. Ooh, suffered massive eye trauma and is out for 4 months. That's rough. All right. Calvin Picard. Let's see what you got, man. And we are being dominated. The first goal. 1-0. We don't even have a shot on net. It is almost 10 minutes into the second period before we get a shot on net. John Tavares. Oh, what was wrong with the trade-off? I thought it was a pretty good. You get 2.5 star guy. Tavares puts us up 2-1 less than 2 minutes into the period. Alright. We've evened up the shots, but man. Stamkos ties the game. Kucherov scores and we lose because that's what happens. We cannot catch a break. It's almost like we're playing Vancouver and Jeff stacked everybody against us. Boddicker is back soon. Good, because we kind of need him apparently. Are you using tactics? Yes, we're using Fire Wagon Hockey and 1-3-1-4 check. I think we actually had the speed pace down to low, but they wouldn't do it. Ryan Miller goes to Calgary. Interesting. With Grant Best for Jason Garrison. That's hilarious. And the Jets say no, but it's close to being alright. Alright. No, I don't want to trade that guy. Alright. We'll add a 6th-round pick from Montreal. No, still won't do it. The Jets have anybody they're trying to get rid of? No, not right now. Alright. Oh, we'll offer 2 6th-round picks and another player thrown in. Dallas. I think we're just going to let Jerry go here and try and run with him. And we lose 5-4. Because I don't know what else to do. 1-11. Man. Okay, Boddicker's back, which means Bjork's out of the lineup. Okay, I swear sometimes I could look at these lines 5 times and not see what I'm looking for. Alright. 1-11 in the month of October. That is just awful. Zibian tells me to try a third rounder. We'll see what they reply with on this. Gudu's telling me to go for Crawford. Crawford's getting old at this point. If I don't want somebody old, I want somebody young. And who's not going to be too expensive. That's the one problem with even picking up Hellebuck. It might be too much money for us. But we will kind of see how it goes. Pavel Datsyuk declined, Rick Nash declined, Bobby Ryan declined. And we got lots of guys getting better. And I'm just checking to see if anybody jumped. Lots of guys trending the right direction. But nobody taking that next step we need. How is UC Saros doing in the game? We can take a look and see if we can find him. I think John Gibson would be too tough to pry out of Anaheim. I'll take a look and see if Saros is still even on. Rookie says, looks like we're rebuilding anyway. I'm not... we're waiting for our rookies to come. It's just taking its sweet time. The good news is, despite as bad as we've done, Steve Cox is happy with us. So that's good. You're going to check Nashville. UC Saros is the number 2 guy. 848. We could try and grab him, but he's only a 2-star guy too, and so he's not going to help us. Anaheim has Josh Gibson signed for 1 more year. He's only got an 899 save percentage, which isn't great considering who's all on that team. Oh, Dion Phaneuf got to Anaheim? How did that happen? Ricard Raquel got traded for Dion Phaneuf. Alrighty then. Alright, playing versus Montreal, sim it out, and we lose in overtime. So at least we got another point. Durium 668771. Hey guys, congrats on releasing FHM4. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying it. For those of you who've down, I hope the Steam problems have slowed down. I hope. It didn't seem to be a problem on our end. It seemed to be something that was actually affecting a lot of Steam. From what I could see. So, let's see, we got here. Jets still say no way.
Direct snap to Adams.
And so, they won't do it. So, okay, let's try turning it up a bit then. Take away the 6-rounders. And what if we had a no, 5th? If I add a 4th and 5th, what about a 5th and a 6th? No, oh man. Alright, we can add a 4th and a 6th. And we'll offer that trade. Yeah, Zibian, it had nothing to do with us. We initially kind of had thought that, and then started checking around, and I checked on Twitter. You could see a lot of people complaining there was issues with downloads for a lot of different games. So I'm going to safely say it wasn't just us. And Matt Martin's on waivers. Game versus Nashville. We'll leave Jerry in net, playing on fire Pecorine. And, oh, see, this is all the fun stuff. Give me 1 second while I get this set back up.
In the NHL, there is only one goal: win the Stanley Cup. Do you have what it takes? Go big or go home. Franchise Hockey Manager 4. The most hockey ever. Manage your favorite team from the front office as general manager or behind the bench as head coach. Make the tough decisions and drive your team to the Stanley Cup. Wheel and deal. Shop your players. Solicit trade offers. Scout for talent and make critical decisions to build your club. New for this season? Vegas, baby. Take control of the new Golden Knights as they've been built in real life, or redo the expansion draft your way. Total customization. Create your own hockey universe with flexible league structures, schedule lengths, number of teams, and much more. Complete history of the NHL. Play every single season and change history. Plus all new historical challenges, where you can try to duplicate or better every NHL franchise's greatest accomplishments. Everything is better this year in Franchise Hockey Manager 4. Improved stat and record tracking, all new line chemistry, new single game records, pre-game and post-game notes, and in-game audio. Franchise Hockey Manager 4. Available now. Get it today on Steam or from ootpdevelopments.com. Franchise Hockey Manager 4. The most hockey ever.
All right, we're back. Unfortunately, the stream, we hit a bug and it just caused the game to crash. Because this Vegas stream, and I keep saying this because it is important, is from an earlier build of the game with bugs that we have since fixed. But unfortunately, one of the things is sometimes we can't always fix saves by just pushing things through. So, the way around that is, this is why this is going to be one of the last, as I said, one of the last streams we probably do with this Vegas save. Is because we do have the odd, there is the odd bug that has crashed. If you tuned into our earlier ones, we did, and it's the same thing. Again, we have been able to find and fix most of these. And there's one or two that are very rare that have happened, and they're currently hard at work at fixing them. Because no matter how much we test, we just, we're not always going to be able to find everything. That's just kind of the way how it is until we keep playing it. I mean, I currently alone myself have put over 70 hours in the game. Good creative, it's a sign. Don't get Ellebuck. No, we're still going hard after him. One of the nice features that we added in FHM4 or FHM3 is the ability to have rolling saves, and that's really helpful in case something happens. Round one, we're going to put Jerry in. We're going to run with Jerry. But Matt, 1-13-2. This is even worse than I think we started last time. So again, for all intents and purposes, this is a beta build that an earlier beta build that you are seeing right here. And so, but it's been a fun game with Vegas trying to get them all back on track. Right now we're giving some thought of what we want to do for our regular Wednesday night streams. We're going to start off probably with a historical game and go on that and look at some of the challenges. And alright, they were willing to trade Connor Hellebuck, so we are doing that deal. Awesome. So now we have Hellebuck. And hopefully that helps start turning our season around. And let's see. Connor Hellebuck's number 37. Currently won by Alex Tuck, who's... Man, we got a lot of guys who are not scoring points for us. You know, we're going to give Hellebuck number 33. Give him maybe a little bit of wah magic. I don't know. I'm going to try moving Rick Nash up to the first line, see what happens. Playing versus Vancouver, who's on fire, and we lose our first game with Connor Hellebuck in the net, because of course we do. We can't seem to score a goal. Duranium 668771, any news on online mode coming back for FHM5? The only update we have given and will continue right now is currently on the forums, and you can read it there. And so, game versus Boston. I don't know what to say. Oh my goodness, we finally won another game. Awesome. We got outshot 45-18, but we won. We won! And Ryan Kessler is hurt for quite a while. So we're 2-14-0. We should maybe take a quick look at the standings to see how badly we are out of it. So right now we're on pace to win 1 out of every 7 games. So that would be 12 wins for the season. Quick math, roughly. That's that is not very good looking. We are currently last place in the conference with only 4 points. 13th is next, so we're 9 points behind. To get into the playoffs, we're actually only 13 points out, but I think it's going to take us quite a bit of work to get there. And playing this game versus Arizona. Submit out, and we win again. All right. John Tavares with the game-winning goal. And we actually took a 3-0 lead and held on to win 3-2. All right. 15-minute warning. 15-minute warning. I will give away a copy of FHM 4 in 15 minutes. Again on the stream. And John Carlson back soon would be so nice. Anaheim, continue. Let's play, and we lose in overtime. Hey, oh well, that's another point for us. Love it. Siberian in the 123 in the chat says, Andy, well, at least you get the lottery pick. But we had the lottery pick last year. We won it. We don't need another lottery pick. I'm not even sure who the top prospect is coming in the 2018 draft right now. John Carlson is almost 100%. We're going to leave him out until he's absolutely healthy since he got hurt in the first game. And we lose 4-2 against Tampa. Man, we can just get on a little bit of a streak there and then no, you just get crushed. Very up and down type of day, apparently. And a few more guys on waivers again. I'm almost tempted to pick up Anthony DeAngelo. Almost. But I just want some of our guys to step up. And they just haven't. Siberian 123. Tell that to Edmonton. Well, I think Edmonton, with the amount of, they might have drafted lots of guys high, but they're sure getting rid of lots of guys too. Colorado actually finally picks up a win. Carlson is almost basically ready. So let's get him to the active roster. Man, he's got a surprisingly big cap hit on it there for us. Ryan Pollock comes out, and we're going to redo our lines. But Rick Nash is still going to go. All right. Game versus Detroit. Detroit only has, isn't doing that much better than us. I mean, they're doing better, but we beat Detroit on a 5-3 win. All right. Datsuk in his return. Detroit's 8-10-1. Return to playing against Detroit, and he picks up first star. Excellent. Dolan was the top guy, is the guy who we took in the 2018 draft. I'm thinking 2019 draft. Colorado puts DeAngelo on waivers. Oh, right. Nolan Foot's coming. That's probably one of the guys to watch. And Mikko Kokinen. Kirby Dack, right. And Ryan Suzuki, who I think... Oh, Case McCarthy. Alright, so there's some names I recognize there. Okay. Just gonna do another extra save here. Just because. Game versus LA. Sim out, and we lose 3-1. Not good. Not good at all. 4-16-1. Hello, the Yipster. Welcome to the chat. Alright, I guess I better start thinking of a trivia question. Thank you, the Lipster. The Yipster. He says, got to the stream a little late. The game looks great. Great job to everyone on the team. I will pass that on. We're all very excited for people to get their hands on it. I think there's a lot to be excited about. And game versus Vegas, and we... Oh, good. We won another game finally. 2-1 win. Up to 11 points on the year. We're on fire. Palmer Race is under fire. Okay, I think I got the trivia. And it is Wednesday night stream related. This will be a good one. So make sure you have your fingers ready. Edmonton, we get destroyed by Edmonton 5-2. Why can't we win more games? Thank you, the Yipster. We believe we have come a long ways. Every single time we've released a game, we feel we've made big leaps. And we are getting very close to where we want to be. Game versus Vancouver. Let's just put Jerry in there for fun. Jerry. And he wins. He doesn't just win, he shuts them out. Good job. So take that, Vancouver. And we're up to 6-17-1. Which, although is not great, we're still doing pretty good. So we got a 5-minute warning, I believe now. I believe it was at... I believe. Jeff will... Jeff, I think he programmed against us. And Sim game versus Florida, and we lose in overtime. We only gave up 15 shots and lost. Ugh. Again, sometimes you just can't win. Okay, yeah. 5-minute warning to the trivia. Casey needs hockey, so if we didn't watch Wednesday, no shot at it. No, Casey, you will still have a shot at it. Good Creative, I take it next time normal stream service times will resume. Yeah, there's a chance I might stream tomorrow and I might stream Monday still. It's a, it's holiday weekend in Canada right now, so it's not out of possibility. I don't mind doing the odd stream, especially it's such an exciting time with the new game. And we beat the Islanders. Awesome. Seeing Daniel Sedin on the Islanders is also very weird, let's be honest. But we will always stream Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OTP Developments unless something comes up. And development report. We're into December now. We have nobody going down. That's awesome. And, oh, good. Nando Eggenberger's up to 1 star. But his scouting shows him down to 2.5, which is slightly disappointing, but... a lot of guys going up. Still just waiting for some guys just need to take that jump, and they just haven't been able to yet. Sim the game out, and we win versus Dallas. Even better. Lake Superior State won tonight. Good for them. All right. Three-minute warning. 3-minute warning. 2-minute warning. P-Wog, you can't ask that in the chat. Well, the good news is the owner is happy, at least. Probably because I said us to not get fired. Stream's going well, though. We're giving away a copy of Franchise Hockey Manager 4 in just under 2 minutes. If you can get the answer right. And again, I gave a tip out earlier, but that tip may help some, but it does not stop you from getting the answer correct either. And if you are a hockey fan, you might be able to answer it. Game versus Minnesota. Connor Hellebuck, come on, buddy, and we win again! Yes! All right. Maybe we finally caught that little bit of a run we needed. P-Wog says, "What was the help? Was not here." Well, P-Wog, I can't give that information to you now. If you just showed up, got to give some advantage to the people who have been watching here for the whole time. Everybody's got a chance. There's nothing stopping you. Unless you're just watching this on mute, in which case, I'm sorry that you're missing my dulcet tones. Because sometimes they are the best. And Scott Darling moves to Colorado. Interesting. Alright. We are coming up here. And, oh man, we lost to Chicago. Darn. 4-1 loss. Don't... Okay, Jonathan Toews reaches 300 goals. I thought they were going to say he got injured. Alright. Here comes your question for winning another copy of Franchise Hockey Manager 4. Boring Breno, you turned up just in time. In FHM4, we've added the ability to go all the way back to the beginning of the NHL history. There was a competing league with the NHL, and I don't want to say it, because if I do, it might help you answer this. A competing league with the NHL that hosted several great players who also competed for the Stanley Cup. One of these teams has a name, And that name we also used on the Out of the Park Baseball stream for a team that we created. Name that team. People are naming the league, not the team. That's not helping. Dun, dun. Have some people who are getting close. Still have not seen it yet. And this lets you know how much you've actually watched our previous streams. Dave Zizou with the correct answer. The answer I was looking for was the Vancouver Millionaires. Congratulations, Dave Zizou. You have won yourself a copy of Franchise Hockey Manager 4. TJ and I actually created the Vancouver Millionaires and Out of the Park Baseball 17 as a fantasy draft team. And had quite a bit of fun. And I revealed actually on his stream a week or two ago, he did not realize that Vancouver was actually a real team. And the Vancouver Millionaires played in the Pacific Coast Hockey Association, later known as the West Coast, or also then merged with the Western Canadian Hockey League. And were at one time Stanley Cup champions. The Vancouver Canucks also wore their basically jerseys and logos in, was it the outdoor game, I believe? And you'll know them from their maroon color and the giant letter V on their jerseys. And they are pretty awesome jerseys. Probably the best jerseys Vancouver has actually had. Yes, I said that, Jeff. I know when you watch this, you will be upset about that. But you and I both know it's true. And we don't need that, so let's move him there. Bounce some guys around. Play the game, and we lose. Ouch. 3-1 loss. And we just lost Brian Rust for 1 to 2 months. Rust. Well, that hurts. The V with Vancouver in it. Yes. It's a pretty distinctive color. If you look up Vancouver Millionaires on a search engine like Google, it'll come up pretty quick. Very excellent team, very good team. In the early days of hockey. And playable, I believe, in FHM4. And, you know, it wouldn't hurt if you haven't actually watched the earlier Out of the Park baseball streams that TG and I did with the Vancouver Millionaires, because since we decided to move them to Vancouver, we actually took Seattle and just moved them north to Vancouver, just because we could. And all right. You know, we got a game here versus Philadelphia. We've been streaming for about another hour and 40 minutes, and I think maybe this will be a not bad place to end off the stream on. Keep your eyes open. I may stream again on Saturday, maybe Sunday, probably Monday. I'll probably do a Monday stream. And if nothing else, then I will be back again with Jeff on Wednesday night. Oh, I don't have enough players. Yeah, right. So I need another forward up. So who we gonna call up? Who you gonna call? Ghostbuster! You know who deserves a chance? Keegan Colzar. He's done nothing but put up points. So he is gonna be the guy who makes his Vegas debut. Alright, Keegan. And we're just going to balance the lines a little bit. Play this game versus Philadelphia. And Nolan Patrick got hurt. So we're outshot 13-2, but it's 0-0 at the end of the first period. Eric Holla buries the first goal, making it 1-0 for Vegas. And we are up 1-0 despite being outshot 37-7. Ouch. And John Carlson with his first goal of the game, second goal of the season, buries it and makes 2-0. No, but can't catch it, and it's 2-1 though. Claude Giroux. We throw the pressure on, and wow, Wayne Simmons scores. Put him up. We tie it up 2-2. But then Rick Nash comes down with just over 2 minutes left to make it 3-2. Braden Point seals it with an empty netter. And Mozikin continues the onslaught, burying a second empty netter. Despite being outshot 53-18, we win. Boo yeah. All right, good job. I think that is a great way to go. PWOG66 says, how far do the minors go in this game? I'm not sure what you mean by that. In historical play, we now have minor leagues going all the way back, but the minor leagues are not playable. You can see players go in them, they can pick up stats, but you cannot play and control them yet. Or not in this version. We put in a bit of a workaround to make it a little bit easier for teams. Because to make it possible with when teams are split between sometimes 2 or 3 NHL clubs, it makes it a little bit more difficult for the computer to understand why it's getting all these players and then to balance playing time and everything else. So if you're playing historical mode, you will notice that, for instance, some years there'll be two teams that are the exact same, and that's why. Datsuk is almost ready to come back. So we have made it midway through December. I think this is a great time to stop. We're 10-20-2 for 22 points on the year, which isn't great, but it's better than we were. Taking a look at the standings here, and we'll just look right at our conference. We can see we're still in last place, but we're only 2 points behind Calgary, and only 1 point behind Colorado, 2 points behind Vancouver, and only 7 behind Winnipeg. Heck, we're only 12 points out of a playoff spot. 13 points. 14 points out of being 5th. That means we're not out of it yet. So, on that note, thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern.